Hello everyone and welcome, my name's Ali8 and today I'm kicking off the best class setup videos for Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer. The game is still very new and I know you guys will want some awesome setups to help you guys within multiplayer. This one is an absolute beast. Within the description there'll be a link to a playlist containing all of the best class setup videos, so once I make more in the future, all of those videos will be contained within that playlist for you guys to watch. All I ask for you guys is a quick thumbs up if you enjoy the video, and hopefully you guys like this. Let me know if you want any improvements or if you have any specific weapons you want me to cover in the next episode. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy. Let's jump into our very first best class setup video. So to kick off the best class setup videos for Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a class I currently love to use with the AK-12 assault rifle. Within multiplayer, this weapon is an absolute beast. Currently one of my favourite weapons and it is absolutely awesome. I'm going to be letting you guys know the attachments I like to use on this weapon, any secondaries, lethals and tactical equipment I use alongside it, all of the perks I use, and also the streaks that I love to combine with this class. Now this weapon has fantastic iron sights. They are pinpoint accurate without having to use anything like a red dot sight. It does have a little bit of kick to it, but if you get used to the recoil pattern, it's very manageable. And starting off with the attachments for this weapon, I use the silencer and the foregrip. As I said, it does have a little bit of recoil to it. The foregrip helps in that department and makes it a little bit easier to control. And the silencer means you can stay off the map. With this class I like to use the assault streak, so I like to go for some fairly high streaks, and staying off the map is always going to help with you getting those streaks, meaning that enemies aren't going to be sprinting at you and knowing exactly where you are. I also find that when this weapon isn't silenced, there's a little bit more kick to it, so grouping both the silencer and the foregrip means that this weapon is very manageable at all ranges and enemies won't know where you are. Now I don't actually partner this weapon with any secondaries or lethals or tacticals, and that's because within Call of Duty Ghosts, if you drop any of those three things, you gain an extra point to use on your perk system. So I have an additional 3 points to use towards perks, and the perk setup I have for this weapon is a fairly aggressive perk setup, but it means that this weapon is very strong. And the perk setup you can see on screen here is Ready Up, which is a single point perk that allows you to shoot quicker after you've been sprinting. So going from the sprinting animation to the shooting animation, that time is decreased, meaning if you're sprinting around the corner and you just happen to get caught off guard by somebody that's maybe running at you with a submachine gun, you have less time to start shooting, which is of course an advantage. Next up here, I've got two expensive perks, both Stalker and Quick Draw. As I said, it's a fairly aggressive class. Stalker allows you to bring up your sights and walk around corners with your sights up and still be moving at a decent pace, so you're not moving around the map very slowly. However, when you don't have your sights up, Quick Draw allows you to bring them up a lot quicker, meaning that you can win gunfights where you would often be caught off guard, and partnering both Quick Draw and Ready Up is a very good combination. And my final two perks are both Focus, which is a very useful perk. If you guys aren't using this at the moment within multiplayer, you're definitely missing out. This allows you to have less flinch when you're in a gunfight, and it will allow you to stay on target so much easier, allowing you to win a lot more gunfights. And finally, I've gone for Amplify because I use a good headset. This allows me to pick out enemy footsteps, and if I'm surrounded by enemies or in an enemy spawn, it allows me to actually know what's going on around me and have an idea of where the enemies are. However, if you don't use a good headset, this can always be switched out for another 2-point perk. The only downside to this class is that it doesn't have a lot of ammunition, but knowing that and having that in the back of your mind, if you get into a close quarter combat gunfight and you win that gunfight, just make sure you're picking up that player's weapon and having it as a secondary weapon to back you up. However, I find that with this class loadout, I almost always get to my 7-point streak, having a look at the streaks on screen here, with the ammunition I have within this weapon, so that's not a problem. And once I've got the 7-point streak, the Trinity missile, it will almost always get me to the Battleheim, which is a 9-point streak. The SATCOM at a 3-point streak will allow me to locate the enemies, help out my team as well, is a good sort of team playing streak, and is good for locating the enemies to help me get to those 7 and 9-point streaks. Of course, your streak loadout is completely up to you. You can go support, you can go with assault, you can go with specialist if you want, but the key things is the actual perks and the attachments that I've chosen for the AK-12. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any alternate setups you like to use for the AK-12. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Check out the playlist below for all the other best class setup videos that I'll be covering for all the other weapons within multiplayer, and then leave a comment down below. Let me know which weapon you'd like me to cover next. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys give this first episode of best class setups for Call of Duty Ghosts loads of support. I'd really appreciate that. Make sure you're checking out all of my other videos and the video on screen, and I'll see you very soon.